man, I do this all the time. I'm sitting here blabbing. I just took up like 10 minutes talking to you, and I look up and it has zeros. So now it's going around. So I got to try to recreate what I just said for 10 minutes. Which, have you ever done that, Mike? Michelle, I know it's horrible. I got to always let. You know how like you're on TV or you're on real TV. They have cameramen and they have people doing all this stuff. I'm a one-man show, but they'll have people. They'll go like 5, 10. They'll even have a counter, 10, and they'll go, "You're on the air and you're live." I don't have anybody like that, so I have to look up and see this. So and I have to get rolling. I can only. Oh darn. Anyway, let me just make sure I'm off duty too. Okay, I've been off duty for 10 minutes, so I can do this again. What I just talked about is recruiting, okay? And I'll hit the high points. Okay, let's break it down. If you're on this channel, just fell into it somehow, maybe my search engines and stuff, maybe helped you get here. If you're a driver that doesn't like your company for whatever reason, you're not treated well, you're not paying enough money, maybe you like the sound of the lifestyle that I'm leading, or maybe you would love to look into the possibility of being a driver and driving to Tokyo high performance team, taking a place never been before. You just want to even look into it. You can look into it through me, the source. Now, if you go to Night Transportation website and just talk to a regular recruiter, they can get you hired the same way I will, except you have the added bonus. This is all about value, okay? Listen very carefully. If I recruit you, I'm going to be able to talk to you from a driver's standpoint, not a recruiter in the office. I was talking to this whole story when I realized I wasn't recording, so I got to repeat myself. Okay? I've been to Japan 5 times. I was going to ask Mike on YouTube. I just stumbled upon this myself. There's a video, Mike, I'll even send you the link. I want you to patch it in here. Okay? You don't even have to record all of it, just a segment. What it is, it's Will on the right, and VP of Driver Development that Madeline says she wants me to be a guest on one of their podcasts. Well, this might be it. I can do a guest on this thing. Okay. Oh, wow, I just realized it. Okay. Madeline was talking about me being a guest on this program, I think. And the reason I'm bringing this up, when I went to Japan the first time and came back, I talked to Will and Leah. Leah's now in charge of something to do with driver training and stuff. I don't know what's with her. Whenever I see her, she like ignores me, like she doesn't even know me. We used to talk about Japan and everything, and I have to check in and find out. Maybe I just look completely different. But Will said to me when I was talking to him, this is the key point, okay? Will, I just went to Japan. I've been driving 6 years. Well, actually, I don't know how long it's 9 years or something. And I said, I love night transportation. I love driving. I've been taking like 4 days home time every month, but I want to start traveling. That's my passion. I don't want to wait till I retire. I want to do it now. And I just went to Japan for 18 days. I've never been there before. I love Tokyo, the bullet trains. I loved it. Can I do that again? He said, well, you realize with night transportation, this is Will talking, who's on the video. I didn't know this. If I didn't know this, if you're not in night transportation, you're not going to know this, I don't think. He said you only have to do 1 load a month. See, most companies, there might be exceptions that I'm not aware of, but most companies, for each week you go out on the road over the OTR, you get 1 day off. So typically a full-time driver only has 4 days at home with the family, or 4 days off. The rest of the time you're trucking. Okay, I don't mind. I love trucking. But he said, technically, if you want to go to Japan and turn in your truck, and here's the keys, you can take off any time you want. I saved $38,000 last year. I have all my bills paid. My car's paid for. I don't have any rent or mortgage. So I can literally, if I don't want to keep this brand new Kenworth that they gave me when I came back from Japan, it had 2,000 miles on it. I now have 164,000 paid miles. If I don't want to keep this truck, I can literally call up at night and say, hey, I decide COVID's cool. I'm going to Japan. Here's the keys. I'm out of here. They can't say anything except, you'll have to get a truck when you get back. That's fine. I'm cool with that. Okay. How many jobs can you do that? Okay. So I said, Will, that sounds awesome. He said, but for you, as long as you're not gone more than 3 months, no problem. So I went 4 times. Imagine, I went the following spring, rented like 10 or 15 Airbnbs, traveled all over the country, made more new friends. In the spring, I said, I'm going to see you in the fall, guys. Came back in the fall. I drove through the summer, went there in the fall, see you in the spring, came back in the spring. Okay, came back in the spring, I'm going to see you in the fall. I did that 5 times. Okay, then, this is what happened, this is the truth. I came back the 5th time, and I stayed 2 months last time. I decided to go a little longer than a month, because Will said I could go up to 3 months. So I came back and I thought everything was going to be cool. So all the other times I went, this is really important. I just came back, called up, they gave me a urine drug screen. 4 days later, I was in the truck rolling again. Okay. This time, they said, there's a problem that the system purged you off. So you may have to go through the rehire process. What? And then I said, Will, and I said, you guys had my email address, you have my phone number that worked in Japan. You're telling me, what about my miles towards 1 million? What about my paid vacation? What about everything? Am I starting from 0? They said, no. It's just a technical thing. The system purged you off. So here's what I'll say. They could have been hardball and say, no, dude, you were there 2 months. The policy's only a month. So you have to, just like anybody else that takes off for a night. And I don't know what that is. Is that my phone? Oh, that's my other phone. I don't know even know who's that. Oh, it's just one of those soliciting calls. I've gotten 3 phones. Anyway, here's the key. If you leave night, let me make this really clear, okay? If you there are some guys that leave night, they leave on good terms. They go to like Thailand for 6 or 7 months, and they come back. They do have to go through the rehire process. They have to basically take a physical, go through 2 days of orientation, and if they're left on good terms, they put them in a truck and they go back to work. They intentionally take off like 6 or 7 or 8 months, and they have to go through a rehire process. They do that. I wasn't doing that. I told them I didn't leave. He told me I was only on vacation. I said, I'm going to be really pissed if you're saying I have to start. I've stayed here. I've been loyal for you all these years. You've got to make this right. And I kind of went hardcore on them. I said, look, I want my miles. I want my paid vacation. And you got to take care of this. So the only thing I had to do was, even though my medical card was still good, it made me take a new medical exam. And they gave me this brand new truck. You know, they called me and said, we got you a new truck, you know. Usually they just give you whatever's available. They gave me this brand new truck. They made everything right. I had 3 weeks paid vacation. I have my 600,000 miles towards my million. The point is they made it, but they said from this point forward, if you want to go, you probably have to go for a month or less. So I said, fine. But you could have told me that before I left. I would just made my vacation 3 weeks and avoided all this headache. So that, honestly, that happened last time. But the point is they made it right. Some companies won't. And they did it because they value, and Leah, if I'm not mistaken, might be completely space cadet. Leah told me, you know, before I started going to, or while I was going to Japan, maybe the second, she said, you know, you've actually earned night transportation $1 million so far. Sounds like a lot. But you take, you know, I saved $38,000 last year, and I did so many miles, and I've done 600,000 miles with night. Okay, means if just do the math. You know, $1 a mile is $600,000, you know. So if they earn $2 a mile on me, that's, you know, over $1 million. So I've earned night transportation over $1 million. So they're not going to, excuse my language, screw with me. I could say another word, but I'm not. They know that, I know that. So that's why I'm so loyal to them. And that's why I feel so good about recruiting someone. I believe in it. Okay. Now, when I do that, I make $1,500. But here's the cool thing. The person I recruit has all the same opportunities. They can turn around and be a part of my team. We can have a high-performance site, like affiliate marketing. Mike, you can help with traffic. We can rock this thing where everyone can earn the same amount of money. What is that called? Network marketing, affiliate marketing, night transportation, driving to Tokyo, high-performance team network marketing, affiliate marketing. What is that? Think about it. It's duplicatable. As far as you want to take it. Now, I might end up recruiting so many people that they run out of trucks, or they can't buy them fast enough, or the trailer's fast enough, or they come to me with a problem. They say, Doug, your team's recruiting too many people. We can't buy the trucks fast enough. We can't buy the trailers fast enough. We're not even sure we have enough freight for you guys. Stop recruiting. You know, that's a nice problem, right? Now, how much money do you think I can make if we have that kind of problem? Mike, think about it. Michelle, think about it. Now, what happens if the drivers are doing their video matrix challenge? All of them. What if they're all recording their stories? What if I have 40 or 50 guys I've trained to do what I'm doing? Traveling around, doing podcasts, doing Zoom calls. How powerful is that going to be? To the point that we can set up our own office in Tokyo. We can have people going over to, hey, we're in our night transportation Tokyo office talking. I got recruited with this thing 2 years ago. I say, Doug saved $38,000. I only saved $20,000, but you know, I still saved $20,000. I come to Tokyo every 6 months, or I come every other month. You know, the COVID thing is completely cleared out. I'm single. I don't have a family. So what I do is I drive 2 months. I come over here for 3 weeks. You know, I have a nice little place here. In fact, I have a girlfriend here. I come and see her every 3 weeks, every 3 months. It's a pretty cool gig, and you know, I love it. What does your trucking company do? You know, so it's not too far-fetched, I don't think. But I got my little break. It has recorded 22 minutes, and I got to get driving again. Just think about all this. Driving to Tokyo, high-performance team, taking you places you've never been before. Think about it. Like and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to like and subscribe. Come on board, check it out. We're going to have Zoom calls. We're going to have podcasts. I'm trying to get Mike to dress up my website. We've got a lot of work to do, you know. I can't do it all myself, and I don't know about the technical stuff. I can tell the stories. I can train. I know about the trucking part. Mike, you got to get in the friggin' truck with me, with the camera. You know, not from a distance, you know. And I have, you know, I'm in a position, I have a really good gig, and I have to find people that are 100% on board, you know, 100%, no limits. You know, if we need to do this, they're on it, you know. They're like, whatever we need, whatever you need, you know. Because what happens, when you have a brand that is got a lot of potential, and you're new, you're at ground floor, you have negotiation power. You have power because you're unique. Okay? So, if you're part of the support staff or in the background, you have to make sure that the people up in front, that are in the front lines, they're happy. Anyway, I'm going to close out. I've got to get up to Twin Falls to that bridge and show you the guys. When I was there the very first time, they were actually physically jumping off the bridge, and I got to videotape them. That may not be happening today, but I've been off 24 minutes. Technically, I should wait 6 more minutes to do my full 30-minute break. But if you didn't understand all this, rewind it, go back, listen to it again. If you have a question, put it in the comment section. You can like and subscribe. Now, I'm going to try to make these videos, I told Mike yesterday, where they all kind of somewhat have a logical path to them. But we're not even the first month. And I frankly, just like I train my driver managers, I have to kind of not train Mike, but I have to get him up to speed. And what I'm doing so he can do the things that I need to get done to make this go faster. Does that make sense? If he's not on board, we all have to be kind of like on the same page. And I'm relatively pretty patient and easygoing with people because I don't expect them to understand me just like overnight. But the best way to understand someone is, for sure, there's nothing like being with them. That's part of the value. Someone can ride in the truck with me for a week and not just watch through a videotape. Now, how valuable would that be? I could probably charge that for that. Before you decide to drive night transportation, come and ride with me, talk to me, hang out with me. But I don't just let anybody on the truck. This is my truck. This is my home. This is my baby. I don't just let anyone ride with me. You have to sell me why you are a prime candidate to ride in the truck. Come meet Madeline. Come to really get a VIP treatment. If you want to come and be a part of the team, you have to sell me. And the first step is you have to subscribe and like the channel. I'm not going to recruit someone that's not even watching the videos. You can just go through a regular recruiter. I don't care, but you're not going to get the same value. So think about it. Think about what your first move needs to be and what you want to do. And I've got to get rocking and rolling. And talking through the steering wheel, I don't know if I'm going to use that or not. I just was trying to be in the moment, So I'm going to close this out. See ya.